I've been doing a lot of reading. I've been doing a lot of online webinars. A lot of them have to do with my auditing career, which, yeah, I know. Who cares? Not very exciting, right? I care. That's what pays the bills. Let me lower this because I'm going to sit down for a little bit. But what I wanted to mention is I've been included in a bunch of beauticians groups on WhatsApp because, as you know, that's my second career, or my third career. And let me tell you, you learn a lot from these women, but sometimes you just want to get and actually choke somebody. Oh my God. So here's what happened. I don't know if you guys saw a lot of advertisements about the International Beauty Show. It was supposed to happen March 8th, March 9th. And the day of the show, the day the show was supposed to start, the first day, it gets canceled. But prior to that, I get into a fight. When we were talking about actually meeting in person at the International Beauty Show and getting together, I made the fatal mistake, okay? It was a fatal mistake. And mind you, we heard of Corona, but we didn't really know exactly how easily contagious it was, right? So I said, okay, I'll meet you. I'll be very happy to meet you girls. Can't wait. I'll be there with my gloves and my mask on. Lord have mercy. Why did I ever say that? So this particular guy who's very popular, he's a very popular beautician in the Spanish community. He says to me, "You are ridiculous." I had one of my clients come here and she was wearing a mask. And everybody was looking at her like she was like, oh my gosh. Like people were like, what is wrong with her? You know? And I think you're being ridiculous about wearing a mask and wearing gloves. What are you like? Are you sick? Like he was being very sarcastic, right? And I said, you know, I normally ignore people like that because I really don't have the time. But I said to him, listen, you guys can do whatever you want to do because, of course, he has a lot of fans in that chat room, right? So I was the underdog, basically. So they all started saying, he's right. That's ridiculous. You shouldn't wear it. And blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so I said, okay, you know what? You guys can do whatever you want. I'm going to wear the mask and I'm going to wear the gloves. You know why? Because I have 2 kids and a husband. You know, this went on for hours. He was sending me links and references from pseudo doctors and pseudo experts that were saying that only the people that were sick needed to wear the mask. And he says, look, this expert, she's a doctor, she's a scientist. And she said that, you know, the coronavirus is caused because they took the HIV virus and they mixed it up with bats. And that's how come the virus was created in a lab. And we're not gonna get sick if we don't wear a mask. Only the people that get sick have to wear a mask. Look her up. Her name is so-and-so. So he gives me the name. Let me tell you. Just like I made a mistake giving my opinion about wearing the mask when people didn't really want to wear the mask, he made the mistake of giving me that name. Because what did I do? I did what I do best. I debunk. So I debunked the theory. I Googled the crap, and the first thing that I was able to determine was that this lady is no scientist. She is no doctor. You know what she is? Ella lee la baraja. She's a tarot card reader. And this is the expert that he referred me to for the opinion. So I go back into the chat and I say to him, You know what? She's no expert. She reads the cards. She's no expert whatsoever. So I don't even know what you're talking about. He got offended. He got offended because I sent something saying that this lady was not a bona fide expert, that the only thing she knew how to do was read the tarot cards. He goes back to the owner, the administrator of the chat room, okay, and makes an official request. I kid you not. This is a true story. He tells the administrator of the chat room to kick me out because he innocently came into the chat room to sell tickets for us to go to the IBS, which wasn't the case. He had done that a couple of days prior. And that he doesn't know why I insulted him. And he's very offended. And he's going to leave the group. And yada, 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 yada. So you know what? Let me just let it go. So I let it go. And when I let it go, guess what? I gained a few friends in that chat room. Because more than one of the ladies there sent me private messages saying, girl, you should know, never argue with him. We've been through there. All of us. We've had fights with him. He's like that. He's super sensitive. And you know what? I commend you because you never lost your cool. You replied with the facts. And once he knew that I had like shut down his little argument, that's when he went to the administrator. I'm telling you, WhatsApp is dangerous and vicious. You don't know. You don't know all the fights that have taken place in there.